Welcome to Mall Memories, where we bring you complete tours of live malls. I'm Dan, and today we're visiting a mall which I never would have believed still existed. Southside Mall in Oneonta, New York. The big question is, will Southside Mall continue to exist? Let's take a look around and find out. I attended the State University of New York at Oneonta from January 1993 until May of 1995. During that time, I was a commuting student, and oftentimes I had a few hours to kill in between classes. So one thing which I learned to do, which helped me pass the time, was drive down to the mall. That was 3 decades ago, and after moving away, I never thought this mall still existed, but here it is, and it's doing a pretty darn good job of surviving. Southside Mall is tiny compared to most malls we tend to visit. Even at full capacity, this mall could only house about 35 to 40 stores. One thing that really sets Southside apart is its partnerships with the community. There are plenty of local stores inside this mall, which we will see, and that's something which always warms my heart. This mall also houses the Orpheus Theater, which we're going to take a look at in a second. While the Orpheus Theater doesn't operate a dedicated theater inside of Southside Mall, it utilizes a rehearsal space inside the mall to prepare for various productions. This location is accessible and flexible for rehearsal arrangements and fosters collaboration among local performers and creatives. When I was an Oneonta student, the Orpheus Theater was a pretty big deal, and I'm glad that it's still going strong. Right off the bat, I see some stores which are closed and still others which are temporarily closed at the moment. And this is a common complaint of people who visit Southside Mall. Oftentimes they don't know when their favorite store will be open. I love that Southside has only 2 anchor tenants, and they've filled them both. I always worry a little bit when one of the anchors is JCPenney, which continues to close stores across the United States, but it appears that TJ Maxx is doing a very good job in this mall. Prior to opening, Southside Mall faced some local opposition in the early 1980s, but in 1983 the mall opened its doors. The mall's inception was driven by the interest of major retailers like JCPenney and Kmart to establish a presence in the Southside area. In addition to Kmart and JCPenney, the Great American Supermarket, if you remember that supermarket chain, was also a prominent anchor. Initial tenants included 18 stores with plans to expand to 35, and the early tenants included Walden Books, Radio Shack, Kinney Shoes, as well as local establishments like BG Records and Tapes, no relation to Andy Gibb, and Schatz Stationery. The former Kmart area was partially demolished in 2010 to accommodate TJ Maxx, with Dick's Sporting Goods and Petco also joining in 2012. These are a few of the major tenants which are not actually inside the mall, but are attached on the outside, almost like a strange combination of indoor mall and strip mall. Bed Bath & Beyond opened in 2007, and that was later replaced by Harbor Freight Tools in 2019. And in 2024, Michaels joined as a new tenant, occupying the space of the former Great American Supermarket. It's an encouraging sign that Applebee's has stood the test of time and is still here, but I'm more interested in the pizza shop across the hall. Okay, so this is Molly's. This is a local pizzeria, and it gets very high ratings in Google. I grabbed a slice on the way out of the mall just to see what the hype was all about, and I have to say it was really a fantastic slice of pizza, so the hype is justified. Keep in mind, this was more of a scientific experiment. I don't typically eat pizza everywhere I go. Then again, maybe I do. Check out these exposed beams. I like the look of this mall quite a bit. This actually reminds me a bit of the Destiny USA expansion area, but this seems to have a little bit more personality to it. I almost feel like I'm walking through a ski lodge. Well, a ski lodge with a Bath & Body Works, but you get the picture. Here's something else that I love to see inside of a mall. This is a local restaurant, a local Mexican restaurant called Azul, and believe it or not, the Google ratings are off the charts. 4.8 stars. Are you kidding? That is amazing for any restaurant, let alone one inside of a mall. So these are the little touches which I feel set Southside apart. You're not going to come here if you want the traditional retail experience with your hot topics, and I don't believe that Southside wants to compete with the Destiny USA or the Galleria down in Middletown. But if you visit Southside Mall, you will find some national chains, but more importantly, you'll find a lot of local places to shop. If you enjoyed this mall tour, please click the like button and also subscribe to this channel. I will be touring more malls in the coming future. Let me know in the comments what you think about Southside Mall, and if there are any changes you would like to see mall ownership make in the coming future. Goodbye to Oneonta and Southside Mall, and thanks for watching.